People, it's me, Kinghuman. Listen up. Domain name flipping. Can you make bucks with it? I think so. I made, I potentially made 500 bucks my first time out of the gate. Literally took me less than 2 minutes to, okay, here's what's doing. I found a piece of software. I found a guy who is a professional domain name guy. He buys and flips domain names, flips them for big money. I mean, those guys making bank. So what he's doing is he's going out and buying a domain name for $9 and selling them for $5 grand, whatever. You know, all the way down to a few $100. But even any time you can buy, you can invest $9 and get a couple of $100 back just for flipping something quickly. I mean, that's kind of like finding a broken slot machine in Vegas that every time you put in a $10 bill, it's going to spit out a couple of $100. The question then becomes, how many times are you going to pull that handle? Well, I'm going to stand there, even if it's only spitting out a couple of $100 every time I put in $10. I'm going to be pulling that handle until my arm is like a Schwarzenegger arm. I'm going to have one little tiny arm over here and a giant Schwarzenegger arm on this side, pulling that freaking handle, making that dough. Because it's found money. So anyway, I made a video, my previous video about that. I'll put a link to it up here and you should go see that video because I talk about it more in depth. But yes, you can make money flipping these domain names, buying, you know, and this software this guy made to do it actually goes out there and finds domain names with value built into them. You know, you have to use some of your brains too. It's not, you know, I mean, this is a prospecting tool. There's basically 3 steps to making this pay off. You use his software to prospect and find potential domain names with appraised values that have substantial amounts of organic views or traffic or searches based on the keywords in the thing. Then you buy the domain name, and then you turn around, make a listing on Flippa, which is basically eBay for, you know, domain names and websites, and boom goes the dynamite. It's a 3-step process. I want you to go look at this guy's video because he shows how much money he's making. Go to domainflipsoftware.com and check it out. If it's in your wheelhouse, get it now because, again, this guy made this software for his own use. He didn't make it as a product to resell. And I think this guy's going to wake up all of a sudden and say, hey, what am I doing selling this to everybody else out there? I'm making plenty in my own business. I don't need to sell this. So I warn you guys to jump on it while you can because I don't know. You know, now let me talk about my experience. I bought it. I didn't ask for it to get given to me free or anything. I bought it, and I didn't even take much of the instructional courses. He's got a lot of instructional courses in there. Didn't even take much of the instructional courses. I opened the software. It's not pretty. Doesn't have a great graphic user interface or anything, but that's because he made it for his own business. He didn't make it as a product to resell. So I clicked on one of the keywords and then I clicked on the plus button in the software that makes it run. Let it run for a minute. I saw a domain that I thought had potential. I clicked on it and I saw the value of it. I bought it for $9 and I was going to immediately go and sell it on Flippa. So I went on Flippa to go list it, and somebody else had my domain that I had just bought listed on Flippa for $500. I'm going, what the hell's going on? Did I buy it or did I not buy it? What's going on here? Well, it turns out the guy who listed that domain on Flippa didn't really own it. Or he had it and lost possession of it. I don't know. All I know is I own it now, and I know it's worth $500. So I contacted Flippa and told him to take down the auction because that other idiot didn't own it. And they took down the auction, and now I can put up that auction, and I can make that 500 bucks. And it took me 2 minutes to make that money. Very little training. But there is some, there is a lot to know in this business. It's not quite that easy. I mean, I got pretty lucky, and there are some things you need to know. Again, go grab the software and take the training, right? DomainFlipSoftware.com. And if you enter the word Kinghuman, you get 10 bucks off, because I worked out a deal with the guy. Now, those of you that saw my previous video on this and didn't get your 10 bucks because there was a glitch going on, we got you covered, because I don't know what happened there, but the discount's working now. Those of you that bought it from my previous video and didn't get your 10 bucks off, he's going to give you like a month's access to the upper training webinars. These are not sales webinars, they're training webinars. So I'll give you their email address down there. You contact them and say, hey, I bought it back the other day and I didn't get my 10 buck discount, so give me the access to the webinars, and they'll do it. I'll put the contact email down there. You'll have to give them the supporting documents showing when you bought it and your transaction ID, all that. Anyway, okay, there it is. It's going to be worth a lot more than the 10 buck discount I could have gotten you. Anyway, there it is. But the 10 buck discount is working now, so you can go ahead, get your 10 buck discount. That's cool. So what else is doing? I see this as a really cool business. Now, the other thing I'm going to do, my plan is to do a follow-up course and give you guys my course on this. Everybody that buys this through my link, I'm going to give you my course on this, my intel, my thing, because I got some of my tips and tricks. A lot of marketing techniques come into play here, and I'm a genius marketer. So I can apply my techniques to this stuff and make it pay off for you guys. So I'm going to give everybody my free course. It's going to take me probably, I don't know, maybe a week or two to make those videos. They'll be in my website on the money pages as well, if I remember to post them on the money pages. But I'll make a follow-up video to this showing you guys my secret tips and tricks towards getting your and towards getting your domains sold easily, all that stuff. But the big thing is going to be in the buy. You're going to have to buy good domain names. Don't buy junk and expect to be able to turn it into something great. Can't turn you can't make a silk purse from a pig's ear. So buy good domain names. This software will get you doing that. And take all of the training. Don't be a chump like me and jump in before you got all the training in your head. I see it as a good business because you can do it from anywhere in the world with a laptop and an internet connection. It's got a huge potential for profits. Your cost, your exposure to failure is very low, $9. Your potential return on your investment, thousands, hundreds to thousands of dollars. And you can control that. Very cool. Very cool. So this is like treasure hunting. It's real estate flipping on the internet. It's like, it appeals to me in a lot of different ways. So one of the other things I'm thinking about doing is, if I ever get my real estate agent to follow through and contact me, I made an offer on a place in Vegas, has a conference room, the whole bit. We'll all show up in that conference room in Vegas with our laptops and we'll confab, we'll do a think tank session, a mastermind session on flipping these domain names. That might be really, really cool. We'll sit there, you know, it's like picking golden nuggets off the internet. You know, we'll start up the software and we'll take turns grabbing these valuable domain names. You know, we'll start, oh, there's one for $1,000. You grab it. There's one for $1,500. You grab it. There's one for $300. I'll take that one. There's one for 900 bucks. You get that one. And then we'll all talk about marketing, ways to market it and all that stuff. And then we'll just go out and have fun in Vegas. I think that would be cool, right? So, to do that, I think I'm going to have to put in qualifications. You have to buy this software through my link. That's one. That's easy. Second one is you're probably going to have to be a member of the KinghumanElite.com. I don't know. I haven't put this formalized it yet. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, right? And it's going to be small groups. So I don't know how many. I could probably do 10 people at a time. So we'll probably have to, I don't know. I'm just thinking. I obviously haven't figured it out. But we'll make it work, right? So there it is. You want to flip domains for a living? Sounds like an easy business to me. I don't know. I'm not making any promises to you guys. I don't know from Adam. I got that much experience. That much. Tiny little bit. So, you know, it just seems cool to me. Seems exciting. Seems like it fits my parameters for a good online business. Being, again, you can do it from anywhere in the world, has a low startup fee, has potential to make big amounts of money, doesn't involve you shipping any products, you don't have to store or inventory any physical goods, you have to deal with eBay, you don't have to do anything mental, just use the software, prospect, find good products, buy them for $9 a piece, that's the buy, then turn around and flip them for whatever their appraised value is or even more. There's ways to get more money. There's ways to do added value to these things. Anyway, there it is. Oh, by the way, before I go, I wanted to talk to some of my stock guys because I was getting this. Let me open my... those of you that are on my stock flipping newsletter, let me get there. Okay, I haven't been active with stocks for a while. I've just been too busy. But I did put out a newsletter like a week ago, something like that. And I told you guys to buy this stock right here, NAT, because I bought it. In that span of time, it's up $617.95. No, I made profit, $619. The price didn't go up $6. I made profit of $617.95. It's up actually 6.2% in the week that I told you to buy it. So I think I put in like 10 grand and I'm already up 600 bucks. It's like finding money on the ground. Plus, that stock pays a 12% dividend. Where are you going to get 12% on your money these days? This is golden. The symbol is NAT. It's a tanker, oil tanker company run by a genius. He keeps getting good press. The way he runs his company is great. I like this, especially if you're a young guy. You may want to put your money into this and invest your dividend payments into buying more shares, and over the long term, you're going to be rich. So all I'm saying is I bought this stock. You do it, don't do it. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm just telling you what I did and what it did for me. So there it is. Just a little added thing. Go chart it, watch it, buy it on dips, do whatever you want. All right, guys. Domainflipsoftware.com. Go for it. Make some dough flipping domains. And booyakasha.